Hi, and welcome back to day 1 of Tribe Dailies. Today we're going to be discussing Matthew 13, 1 through 23. The first question asks us, which soil best represents where you are today? The second question asks us, where would you like to be? And then the third question asks us to think about the soil that best represents where you are, and what changes, if any, would you want to make to be where you want to be? So we're going to read Matthew 13, 1 through 23 to answer those questions. It says, That same day Jesus went out of the house and sat beside the sea, and great crowds gathered about him, so that he got into a boat and sat down, and the whole crowd stood on the beach. And he told them many things in parables, saying, A sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them. Other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil, and immediately they sprang up, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. Other seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. Other seeds fell on the good soil and produced grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He who has ears, let him hear. Then the disciples came and said to him, Why do you speak to them in parables? And he answered them, To you it has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given. For to the one who has more will be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who is not, even what he has will be taken away. This is why I speak to them in parables, because seeing they do not see, and hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. Indeed, in their case, in prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled that says, You will indeed hear, but never understand, and you will indeed see, but never perceive. For this people's heart has grown dull, and with their ears they can barely hear, and their eyes they have closed, lest they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and turn, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For truly I say to you, many prophets and righteous people long to see what you see, and did not see it, and to hear what you hear, and did not hear it. Hear then the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom and does not understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away what has been sown in their heart. This is what was sown along the path. As for what was sown on rocky ground, this is the one who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet he has no root in himself, but endures for a while, and then tribulation or persecution arises on account of the word, immediately he falls away. As for what was sown among thorns, this is the one who hears the word, but the cares of the world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and it proves unfruitful. As for what was sown on good soil, this is the one who hears the word and understands it. He indeed bears fruit and yields, in one case 100-fold, in another 60, and another 30. So let's go back and answer the questions. First, which soil best represents where you are today? I don't know about you, but me personally, I feel like sometimes I'm a part of the good soil, but sometimes I'm a part of the thorns, because sometimes I get caught up in the worldly pleasures of all that can fill me, but it's not eternal fulfillment. The second question asks us, where would you like to be? I would like to be all the way in the good soil. That's where we should all strive to be. And then the third question asks us, think about the soil that best represents where you are and what changes, if any, you want to make to be where you want to be. Depending on which category you fall in, which soil, it just depends. If you're on the path that's being devoured by birds, be open-minded and listen to what God has to speak to you. If you're on the rocky path, this reminds us that we should grow our faith and build roots so that we can be strong and firm in our faith. The thorns represents that we should find time for God and not be stuck in the worldly pleasures. And then the good soil is the path we need to fully live for Him on. That's what we should strive for. I hope you have a great week, and remember these 3 questions. Which soil best represents where you are today? Where would you like to be? Think about the soil that best represents where you are and what changes, if any, you want to make to be what you want to be.